Hello everybody, WaffleTime here. After you defeat Terraria, you'll gain access to the Temple Key, which will allow you to access the Lizard Temple and challenge Golem. He's regarded as one of the most pathetic late-game bosses in Terraria, but for some odd reason he still makes me want to chew on aluminum foil when I'm not prepared correctly. Golem himself will beat you to death with his bare hands if you aren't properly prepared, so to defeat him, we're going to go over your armor and accessories, then an arena setup, your buff potions, and lastly a method for each class to succeed in this battle. Let's start with your armor and accessories. Making a forbidden salad out of Plantera earlier on opens up a few new options for armor for a couple of different classes, making you potentially even more powerful. For melee, you'll want turtle armor like last time. For rangers, you'll want to use shroomite, mages will want to use spectre armor, and lastly, summoners will want to use tiki armor, or if you've already challenged a pumpkin moon, you summoners can use the spooky armor. I don't know why it's called spooky armor when it's nothing near the spookiness of encountering a gnome. Oh god! Help! Now let's check out your accessories. We'll get into more class-specific accessories later, but let's check out some general accessories worth looking into. A cross necklace or some variation of it is a complete Chad totem and everybody knows it. A good set of wings, some fast boots, and a shield of Cthulhu are godly when it comes to your mobility, as well as having a worm scarf for brain and confusion for some damage nullification. Also, an emblem really helps to increase the DPS of your class. Also again, a charm of mist is very nice for regeneration and reducing your potion cooldown. Your arena setup for this fight is super simple. It's literally just a row of platforms that are just high enough to where you have room to go up and down and navigate and dodge attacks, but also high enough to where Golem can't jump on it and hit you with a double hand twist vacuum seal 360 gawk combo. Also be sure to de-trap the area. The last thing you want is spears and darts bombarding you during this battle. Last but not least, your buff potions are going to be the same as usual. For this fight I recommend Iron Skin, Endurance, Regeneration, Swiftness, Wrath of Rage, and a quick snack for the well-fed buff. If you're going to be using summoning, make sure to drink a summoning potion for an extra unit. If you're using magic, make sure to drink a mana regeneration and a magic power potion. And lastly, if you do end up using something with a bow and arrow, an archery potion helps a ton. Finally, now that that's all said and done, let's move right into battle with our melee method being the fucking life force potions! Fuck! Every time! Finally, now that that's all said and done, let's move right into battle with our melee method being the front runner in today's episode of the Master Mode series. For this method, just like with Plantera, I'm using the Death Sickle with the Fire Gauntlet. I also hit the Sharpening Station for some extra armor penetration. The Death Sickle is extremely useful in stopping the fist from hitting you as each sickle hits multiple times. You can absolutely take the formula for success here and run with it. It's literally just dodging in an upside down U shape, like a horseshoe. Dashing and trying to maintain proper social distancing with Golem, keeping at least 6 feet between you and Golem at all times. This isn't for a virus though. No. This is so you don't get prolapsed. Boom! Suddenly you get those arms and head off and oh no, floating ghost head, what are we gonna do? What's changed, Jesse? It's literally going to be using the exact same method we've been doing, half circling around him and firing like a madman. That last phase though is really easy since you don't have to worry about different parts of his body, but rather just the body in its entirety. Much bigger target, much bigger, easy. Much bigger, easier, easy. You know what I'm saying? Just leave me alone. As long as you keep firing away with whatever weapon you decide to use, you'll do fantastic with this method. Up next we have the Ranger method, which as always is fun and interesting. Instead of taking a silly approach and hitting him with some cranky old piranhas or maybe some bubbles, I decided to again violate the Geneva Convention and violate his moral, life, and physical integrity. By that I mean I used a grenade launcher with Rocket 3 as my ammo. This absolutely shreds him. Needless to say, the headgear you choose with your shroomite armor should go with whatever weapon you're using, whether it be rockets, bullets, or arrows. Using explosives totally kicks ass, but if you have zero self-control and are a complete buffoon like myself, you'll keep accidentally hitting yourself with a splash damage, so definitely try and maintain your distance and make sure that you don't hit yourself. As you can see, the explosions absolutely tear through Golem's first phase, as it hits his arms and his head almost all at the same time. It even makes really short work of his second phase, seeing as he's a much bigger target to attack and will jump right into your grenades. Something cool about the grenade launcher too is it doesn't explode immediately. It has a small amount of wait time, or it can explode on contact damage, making it much more efficient in the second stage. Other than that, if you keep on shooting, try to avoid damage from your own explosions and avoid those lasers, you're going to do fantastic with this method as well. Now on to the Mage Method. In this method, I used a weapon I never thought I would ever use in my entire life, and it worked so cripplingly good that I am completely ashamed of myself. You wanna know? You wanna know what I use? You'll never guess. I used a fucking leaf blower, of all things, dude. And the combination of it and the Spectre armor is so much more powerful than I'd like to admit. I can't tell you how many times I've sold this thing without even shooting it. And it does some serious work. Oh yeah, I also hit the crystal ball for some fancy schmancy mage buffs. I used the Spectre mask for some high magic damage and had the hood on me just in case I needed to heal it all. But honestly, I didn't even switch to the hood once. I tried to break both of the hands at about the same time, so I didn't really have to deal with them, but the leaf blower does fantastic at making sure the arms can't reach you as long as you're hitting them. This weapon takes down its health way faster than I thought it would. The only tip I really have for this method is stop shooting and dodge if you have to. And also, if you're really having trouble, there's no harm at all in throwing on the Hood of Shame to heal up for a little while. If you make sure you have an unholy amount of mana potions and also a mana flower so you can automatically drink them, keep on shooting and dodging and be ready to switch headpieces if things get sour. You're going to do fantastic with this method as well. Yeah, that's right. No piss book this time. No piss book. None of it. Last but not least, we have the Summoner method. For this method, I of course hit the Bewitching table for an extra unit, but I used the Staff of the Frost Hydra as a stationary unit to attack one side of Golem, and I used a Raven Staff for the rest of the summons. For this method, I didn't even use a whip. I tried something completely different and simply tried to dodge and only let my summons go to work, but holy shit, it worked fantastic. Slowly but surely, I am taking back all of the terrible things I've said about summoners. Alright. Maybe that was a little too hasty. Maybe I take things back that I've said about hard mode summoners, but not pre-hard mode summoners. Pre-hard mode summoners still suck really fucking bad, and I think we all know it. Finch Staff. Stupid. Anyways, back to the lecture at hand. This Hydra and these birds put in serious work against Golem. Like, holy hell, I wasn't even wearing any other summoning accessories besides my armor and the summoning emblem. And they still ripped Golem to shreds. If you're using a high-powered whip, this method would tear up even more ass, which is always a plus. I used the staff itself to make the ravens target and attack where I wanted them to, going from arm to arm, then the head, then naturally the body. The Frost Hydra did so good too at doing a great amount of damage from a distance, hurling physical embodiments of pain at Golem. And the ravens make short work of Golem himself. Hard mode summoners might be Giga Chads now, I really won't lie to you. This is very different for me. If you keep on dodging and just let your summons bring Golem to Pound Town, you'll do very well with this method. Having all that said, you guys, I think that's going to be all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and comment down in the comment section below. Also, you should totally join our Discord if you haven't already, and come say hello to us. Thank you all so much again for watching. You're all the best, and I'll see you guys next time.